Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys, ghouls, ghosts, goblins, all that jazz. My name is Gorey. I'll spare you the gore details, and do I have a treat for you this evening? If I move my body just ever so slightly, you will see we are getting into some Little Nightmares 2. We played the original Little Nightmares a couple years ago when it was still relatively new, and holy smokes, did it scare the absolute pants off of us. It's an action-adventure, puzzle-solver, platformer, horror game where you're pretty much always going on like a two-dimensional direction, right? But it's a three-dimensional space. There are some hardcore baddies that want to kill and eat you. There's no real user interface, there's no UI, there's no real dialogue or story. You sort of like piece things together in your own head as you go, and holy smokes, does this get dark and twisted. So like the last one was insane, super good. That's probably one of the best games I've played in a long time. It was Little Nightmares 2. It was Little Nightmares. Now we're playing Little Nightmares 2, and it came out today. This is our first day one release, other than I think Gears 5. So it's been a minute. So we're gonna hop right into it here today. If you guys are at home, do what you can to put this on a big screen. Turn the lights off, get yourself a snack, maybe get yourself a drink, get comfortable, and get the mindset, because we're gonna get spooky tonight. It's gonna get real. Before I go any further, you might notice over my head here, there's this little blue donation bar for this event that's coming up called Extra Life. I forgot what you look like with black studs in. Believe it or not, these are actually purple studs, just to match my the purple shirt here. It's really, really dark, but it's almost the same. Thank you for tuning in, Lone Wolf. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, so there's a little event coming up called Extra Life. It's an absolutely free gaming marathon where we play games for a whole day and helps raise funds for some sick and injured kids in the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So handsome. What's up, Rachie? Welcome to the stream. Oh boy, I got so much to say about Extra Life. It's absolutely incredible. I've been participating in the last 11 years, and the event has been going on for the last 12 years. Good for Gaming! Speaking of charity, welcome to the stream, friendos. How are you guys doing, Good for Gaming? Over the last 12 years, actually, let's rewind. Over the last 11 years, I've managed to raise over $10,000 for kids in need in the CMN hospitals, which is pretty amazing. That's just me. I'm one of several 100,000 participants that take place in game day here for Extra Life. Extra Life as a whole, with all of us combined, have raised over $70 million over the last 12 years, which is absolutely insane. So even if you guys can only donate $1, it's something you can do that will push the kids even more in the good. And it's people like you and little donations like that that make sure that kids will always get the care that they deserve without ever having to receive a bill or be turned away for their ability to pay that bill or not. All that being said, let me get the cans on here. And let's get gory. Oh, it's gonna be spooky. It's gonna be spooky, folks. Ooh boy, okay. Holy smokes, Anonymous just donated $1. Thank you very much, Anonymous. I'll give a little air horn sound effect for that one. Thank you. That was super nice of you. Okay. Oh, there's a user agreement. Okay. I've never seen a user agreement in a video game before. Wow, it's a long one. Okay. Adjust the slider till your eye can barely, or the eye is barely visible. I'm actually gonna turn the slider all the way up because it doesn't help you guys in stream if you guys can't see what's going on. Speaking of Extra Life, Kevin James on the new Hot Ones is completely bald. I saw that actually. He actually had a very nice webcam and a very nice microphone, which is great because half these people he's done Hot Ones with remotely, they're definitely talking to a really cheap laptop mic and camera. What else will you support for Extra Life? That's a great question there, Good for Gaming. In previous years, I've supported Pittsburgh Children's Hospital. In previous years, I've supported Akron Children's Hospital. This year, I am supporting the University Hospital Rainbow Babies and Children right here in Cleveland, because when I was a wee little baby myself, I was in and out of the hospital often, so now I'm in a position to give back, so I'm kind of hitting the roots. Let's go to settings. That volume doesn't seem bad. We're gonna turn it down. We like to turn games down to about half. English, brightness, controls, okay. Can you guys still hear like the music slightly in the background, or is it totally like gone now? You should also really hear like waves washing on the shore. Rachel Saccone just donated another $100. You're insane. Rachel, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. That puts you at like $350 this year alone, and it's 2 months in. You're insane. Thank you so much. Can we get some emotes in the chat showing some love for Miss Rachie? Thank you, baby. We actually have our own Extra Life emote. I'm gonna spam the sin out of that. That was super nice. Alright, I'm gonna assume you guys can hear it. I'm just gonna go ahead and launch a brand new game. Okay, is this a hallway? What are we looking at here? It's definitely a hallway. Some raptors on the ceiling, posters on the wall. Love you, baby. Tiles on the floor. There's like an eerie mist. Ooh, that's definitely a door with an eyeball on it. Oh, we're not the same character we were in the last game. Did we come out of the TV? So I can jump?
Hi.
I can call.
Hi.
It looks like if I press X, I can sort of like crouch. But I can't tell if there's a difference in walking. He's super cute. Oh, I can sprint. Okay. I can crouch. Okay. Alright, well, did we come out of the TV? Like, what happened there? I got questions already. There are TVs back here. There's even more in the woods. Do you guys see all those? Wait a second. There's like a box next to the TV too. Do you guys see that? How do I pick stuff up? The building block. I don't know if we need this, but I'm going to take it with us. Okay, so there's cages in the background, and like in the first game, kids were kept in cages. Like, I wonder if I'm one of those kids. Oh gosh. There are flies swarming what I can only assume is meat. I don't know if that's an animal or a person. Oh, I can throw it! Alright, maybe I can bring this thing with me. I don't know what that is, and that's kind of scary. There's another cage right there. There's a rope in the background. Do you guys see that? That's foreboding. This game has already given me the heebie-jeebies. What is this right in front of this cage? I don't know if we need this block ever, but I'm keeping it forever. This block is my friend. Holy smokes, Coax just subscribed. I didn't realize this was out. I'll have to watch the VOD for this because I can't stay along. Good luck, have fun. Thank you very much for that sub, Coax. Slap on some Twitch cheeks for you. Thank you, butter. You get a shout out. Yeah, Coax, this game came out literally today. It is brand spanking new. Let me give a shout out to Miss Rachie for that dono, and then if Coax, actually I'll type it in manually here. There we go. Yeah, so it's literally brand spanking new. Like, I'm one of the first people to be playing this today. So, yes. So I found a shoe. Yes, you get to join me in working out. I've already done it once today, but bring it on, man. So I found a shoe, and time to get sweaty. Welcome to the stream officially there, Coax. Stuart Strokes, what's up, friendo? Welcome to the stream. So we found a shoe, and feet from the shoe is a bag of bodies. All right, we're doing push-ups. Oh wow, there's the squats, there's the push-ups, there's the bicep curls. We got stuff to do. We'll be switching scenes. All right, well, Coax has redeemed the 30 squats first, so that's what's happening. 30 squats, here we come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With loving endearment from Coax and I, yes. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And one more for the kids. All right, I'm gonna mark those as complete. But if I push-ups, oh man, and the sit-ups too. All right, well, we're going the full Monty here, I guess. Phew. All right, 25 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. One more for the kids. 26. Well, while the camera's down, we're gonna skip. Wrong way, booty. We're gonna skip to 50 sit-ups. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32. My pillow's coming loose. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, Uh, 10 more to go. 11. Count the one for the kids. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. One more for the kids. Woo. 1,000 zombies are on their way. From the host by Stuart Strokes. Thank you very much for that host there, Senor Stuart. Let me give you a little bit of love here. Ooh, and I'm gonna gladly mark those sips as complete. Let me reset the microphone, or not reset the microphone, the camera, and we will do the bicep curls. Oh man, breathing is hard. Breathing is hard. You're gonna look so yummy for this Sunday. That is, let that be a friendly reminder. Be a lone wolf that Valentine's Day is on its way. I'll take a little sip there too. All right, 40 bicep curls, courtesy of the lone wolf. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 to go. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Angel of Mayhem, welcome back to the stream, friendo. We're about to be playing some Little Nightmares 2, and I know you're very familiar with Little Nightmares 1. Welcome, welcome. How are you, Little Miss Prego? What were we at, 20 something? I think we're at 21. We're 2. We're 3. We're 4. We're 5. We're 6. We're 7. 28. 29. 30. 10 more. I didn't want to miss this. Well, good. Some spooky stuff has already happened. And it's hard to tell with like the pause screen behind me. But we're seeing some weird stuff already. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. I'm in pain, but I'm alright. How about you? Yeah, I'm in pain too. 39. 40. And one more for the kids. 41. Lone Wolf, thank you for those phantom points, buddy. I'm going to gladly mark this as completed. Yeah, Angel, I think the amount of pain, or the kind of pain that I'm in is different than the kind of pain that you're in. Between the two of us, I think you have it worse than I do, so you have my sympathy. I'm excited for the new baby to get here, though. I still haven't gotten or collected those clothes I said I would send you from my dad's girlfriend, because I haven't seen them with COVID and stuff. But if it happens and the baby has not grown them yet, I'll still try to send them your way. We'll see. Let me take these Twitch cheeks off, and we'll get back into the gameplay here. Breathing's good. So we found a shoe, and then we found this bag of bodies, and there are more shoes on the ground. So we're just gonna. You can wear different hats. Yes, you can wear different hats. Was that an option? Change hats? Oh yeah. So this is a hat I got for pre-ordering the game. Like a little tree stump. And I'm sure you can unlock more hats. I don't know. If it happens, I'll remember to get to you, Angel. So was this a trap that was set and like just scooped all these people up at once? Like how did this happen? My birthday is Saturday. I'm hoping I don't go into labor on my birthday because that would suck. I mean, how awesome would that be if you and the baby both shared the same birthday? I think it'd be kind of cool. Okay, we're just gonna walk across the log. I'm way too close to throw this. Yep. Don't fall down. Easy to remember. I even if it wasn't your birthday, I'm pretty sure you could remember. No, not off the cliff. No. All right. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about this block anymore. Okay. So one, there's like intestines on the ground. Two, there's a tripwire and a cage. So, nope. There's... I don't know what that is up there. I don't know what that is. Can I climb on top of this to grab the rope, or do I have to push this over to cross this mud? That's not mud, it's just a cliff we can't climb. It's a little bit muddy. There's more boxes in the background, like, you guys see that? I was hoping it'd just like roll over me. I didn't realize me doing this meant I can't go back. Okay. I hope that whatever set those traps didn't hear all that, because that was loud. There's a rope up there, like a little noose. I know where to use it to swing over. What's over here on the right, though? Another cage thing. Okay. So nothing of value over here on the right. We have to go up, which I think we can use this old tree stump to do. Yeah, so this game is relatively like 2.5D. It's 3D, but you're really just traversing across like a two-dimensional path. Flawless. Pro gamer. Okay, there's a bridge up ahead. It was too far for us to jump. I thought we were going to grab the side rails of those planks for sure. Okay. Did I just jump way too soon? Like, not good enough speed. How? Can I double jump that I don't know about? Oh, wait. Am I supposed to use this rope right here? Okay. Apparently, if I just took it slow, I'm fine. I guess I can climb this now. I guess that's what really matters. Couldn't use the rope to climb down, but I can just fall down slowly. There are more shoes. And a crow is picking at these ones. There's another trip line up ahead. Tripwire. I don't know what's attached to, but I'm gonna see if I can trigger it. Oh, it's totally like a snare. That's totally a snare. Oh, or that's gonna cause that thing to swing down at me. Okay. The log was just a counterweight. That was a snare. So this guy's either a hunter or a trapper that we're in the realm of. If he's a hunter, that makes me nervous because, like, we can't exactly hide. We're a little kid in the woods. That's a bear trap. That is a bear trap. That's a closed bear trap. There's an open one. Can I open these? Nope. Ooh, there's a stick in this one. Do we want to, like, take the stick? Yes. Do I have a weapon now? That is so awesome. Okay, so we had to do that because we have to go through this log. Hello. Thank you for that extra donation, Crazy. You loco. Thank you. Okay, well, we had another stick, which is cool, because I feel more comfortable with the stick than without one. The trick is... Are they hidden under this grass? Like, would us walking through here get us bit? That was a affirmative. I think if we missed that jump, we might have died too. It's hard to tell, like, the difference between, like, the teeth on the ground down here and the teeth of, like, the traps. Like, they could look like leaves. Yeet. I can already see more that are unpopped. I'm gonna throw a bunch of them, because if I have to throw more from that other rock, I'm doing it. I'm gonna throw every single one of these pine cones. Oh wow, the tree spawns more. That's hilarious. Alright, well, our main path is clear. Okay. I'm positive there's one at the end of this. There's one right there. It's right there. Oh! That plank gave out. As we climbed on it, it triggered that trap. That was terrifying. Hey, that looks like a table. It's not TV up there, is there? Looks like a cage. There's another cage. More cages. Birdhouses. Oh, jeez. Is this dude's house? Please tell me we have to go inside of his house. We have to go inside dude's house. Is there something in this cage right here? I can't tell if that's meat or if that's a person. I don't like this. Dude's boiling some stuff. Okay, there's like glass bottles and jars on the ground. And I'm sure if I hit those, it's gonna make noise and piss dude off. He's home if he's boiling stuff, unless he's got it in like the slow cooker and have it going all day. Meat, guts, dishes overflowing. I definitely just hit that can. Oh, I don't like this. Of course, this door's gonna be creaky. Oh, good. It's closed behind us, so we can't go back now. Okay, there are muddy footprints on the floor. Oh, there's like a little Davy Crockett hat. Wait, can I collect this? I got a hat! I'm definitely putting on the Davy Crockett hat. Oh my gosh, I'm even cuter now. Okay, so problem is... we're tiny, teeny tiny. Guy's got a bunch of hats, shoes. I can't tell if he lives alone. He's got a picture of what looks like to be a baby on the wall. On this little frame here. A gross deer. Or moose. And a door that we probably can't open. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go through the open door. I'm trying to knock over those empty cages or that bird house. Well, that's a good sign. Creepy music just got louder. Are those dust particles or are those like runes? I think they're dust particles. That's a butcher's knife in that block. In that cage. Dirty laundry underneath the stairs. Pelts. Ball of yarn? This isn't a hat, is it? Okay. There's a child in this room. There's also bear traps and meat hooks. I don't know if I can trust this child. I can't open the door. I can't open the door. I'm too little. Can I throw something at him to, like, yo, kid, I'm here. He has, like, stuff scratched on the walls, like tally marks, like how long he's been there. Unless those are how many kills that kid has. Are those days or those people? Can I use this? I was really like hoping to like use that butcher's knife to open up that door. All right, well, what's down here? Ooh, an axe. We might be able to use the axe to get him out. Oh gosh, there's other diabolical tools in here. Okay, my head was in the right space. We're coming to get you, kid. Please don't make me regret coming to save you. Okay. Well, he didn't hurt us. So I'm going to chalk that up as a win. He didn't grab the axe that we left. What's with this, like, candle drawing or beacon drawing he made?
Hi.
Okay, he just went up the stairs. I guess we're going upstairs. Guess I don't need that noisemaker anymore. Listen, man, we just rescued you. That door wasn't open last time. Where are you going, man? Are those noises coming from upstairs? So, dude has made like a puppet family. So the dad, he's definitely gone. Son doesn't look like he's doing so hot. All I can tell from the mom is that her face is covered. If she moves, I'm gonna freak out. You need two of us to open that little guy? I'm your friend. I'm your friend. We can do this together, man. Yeah. Now grab my ankles. There we go. There we go. Okay. I don't like whatever that sound is. And that door is locked with a key. Doesn't look like we're going anywhere here, so... Oh, geez. There are prosthetics and mannequins. Okay, there's a key right there in the hook. Okay, but to turn the hook, we need like a crank. Is it in here? There's a buzzsaw above me. There's a saw behind me. Okay. That's the crank we need. I don't know if this person is alive, if they're dead, if they're sleeping, if they're playing possum. We heard noises in this house, right? And it wasn't just the kid playing the music box. Okay, so that is just stuffing. It's just stuffing. Fine. Okay. Fine. It's just a dummy. Is the other little kid still in here? One that helped us up? Yes. Oops. You got it there, buddy? You gonna turn the crank? Alright, you got it. You got it. You got it, right? Alright, I guess we're gonna do this together, too. We have to be on the same side. I can't grab that crank, bro. I press a button and switch characters? No. Oh, do I have to climb this bag? Oh, this doesn't bring the hook down. Oops. I thought maybe like the key would come down. No, that was just to help us climb up to the key. I understand. Dude, there's full bodies in here. These aren't mannequins. Those are bodies. Those are absolute bodies. Like the feet. So, what could this dude have locked up in his own house that where he has the key stashed away in the attic? Got some clothes out to dry, a little bit of laundry. There are some muddy footprints right there. Anything in the outhouse? Is that a person? You guys saw that too, right? There was like a ghost, like a hologram. I walked into it and it corrupted me. Did you see that? Well, that outhouse is gross, to say the least. So I'm seeing footprints going into this house, right? From the shed. I'm not seeing them coming out. More bear traps. More bird houses, more cages. Okay, some pelts. Alt Jen! 5 seconds on this game already looks cool. Welcome to stream, Alt Jen. Yeah, so this is Little Nightmares 2. We played Little Nightmares 1 a couple years ago, and this literally came out today. There's no user interface. There's no dialogue. There's no, real, narrated story. You're just, sort of figuring things out as you go, and it is creepy. It is creepy. The dude is, separating meat from bone or something. Oh, good. He has an Elmer Fudd shotgun. I hope these, floorboards aren't squeaky. Dear Lord, Elmer Fudd is mad. Where do we hide from him? Dude's a hunter, like he's... Where's our friend going? Where's our friend going? He's right there. Are we trying to sneak past him right now? Or are we trying to go back into his house? I mean, he's not in his house, so, like, maybe that last room is worth exploring, if we can even get back in. No, that door is definitely locked. And we can't get this, I can't get this open by myself. Alright, we're not meant to go back. Alright, well. Time to explore some, with Elmer Fudd some more. Where did he go? Because that's the cliff we were hiding under. The bluff. Okay, so he's there. Oh gosh, there's a crow right here. Imagine if we get too close to the crow, he'll like... My guess was right. If we got too close to the crow, he would kind of flap off and bring attention to us. There are... Okay, there's a hole. There's a hole. Did he shoot me? He shot me. I was hoping I'd get through it faster than that. Alright, well, time to scare this crow again. I mean, he's looking right at us. Okay. Oh, is he gonna shoot in the hole? Yeah. Dude is not worried about conserving ammunition. Much as I love this hat, I'm gonna switch back to the other one. Paper bag. Did that just make a lot of noise and alert him to where we are? Oh boy. Okay. The huge... Yeah. My friend's doing exactly what I'm doing, looking down this thing. Alright, I guess we gotta jump it. Here goes nothing. Nope. Puttplug says hello, and she likes the shirt you're wearing. The one she won, and the eyeball one I won. Silverhand. Hello, Puttplug. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you like the shirt. No, like, I'm really liking this one too. It's not like super purple, but it's like, it's passable. So, how do we... Oh. Okay, so I'll hold this while my friend jumps. Okay, can you do the same for me? No? Wow. I just have to go for their hand. What was their favorite color, so it works out. Perfect. Glad to hear it. Oh my gosh. Alright. My friend and I are going places. Well, there's a crow way up there. There's something in that cage. Is that a raincoat? Oh good, I stole a rain hat from a poor little kid. I mean, they weren't using it, I suppose. Oh, it's the hunter dude. Oh god, 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 oh god. By the way, is this from the same creator as Limbo? That's a good question. I don't think so. Limbo's very similar where it's like side-scrolling and kind of creepy. This game is it's a lot more like 3D intensive. Limbo is literally just black and white. But the concept of your little kid running and like hiding and stuff, they're very, very similar. Okay, so the hunter's there, but he doesn't know where we are. Oh, he figured out where I was real quick. That darn crow gave me away. I love how the crow had no care in the world for my friend, but as soon as I walk over, that's a problem. Alright, well, he knows where I'm at now. Climb, Gorey, climb! Help me, TV, help me! Oh! Get up, 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 get up! Oh! Okay, he won't know where I am if I go real slow. Forget that, I'm going fast. This man has no chill. Stay in the mud, stay in the mud, stay in the mud, stay in the mud. This dude is relentless. We literally have to like hold our breath and swim in muck. And I don't know what's in here, but there are flies swimming like crazy. There's definitely meat products rotting on the dock above this water. This is not clean water. He's looking right where we gotta go. Oh, there's a little heart carved in that tree stump. I was hoping this tree stump would be hollow and we could just climb inside, but this works too. He's looking right at us. Elmerfudd is pissed. What are those bubbles from behind us? Is there something coming towards us in the water? You guys see that, right? I'm not gonna stick around and find out. But good, a crow. I'm sure he won't give away our position. There's Elmerfudd again. Oh, good. And crows. Do we destroy this box, or do we have a second to hang out here? Yep, box is destroyed. Ooh. Ooh, we got a twofer on that one. We're just gonna sprint. We're just gonna sprint and see how that works out for us. Of course I'm holding hands with this kid. Get inside, get inside, get inside. Ooh, ooh! The latch, there's a latch, there's a latch! Okay, there's a gun! No way! No way! No way! Are we gonna two-man this thing? Can you imagine the recoil when you're this big? Did we just FUD Elmerfudd? That's insane. I don't hear anything like, and this is like the part in the movie where you think the bad guy's dead and he's not. That was insane. I mean, like, I kind of want to, like, confirm the kill. Like, that's standard operating procedure, right? Can we climb back? Okay, guess not. Looks like this door is our escape. Help me push, bud. Okay. There's some, like, debris. Look, the Titanic, man. Looks like a buoy up ahead. There's something in the water. Is that like a bottle? Hey, floating TV. That's normal. Another floating TV. I'm hearing static. Do you guys hear it too? My character's definitely like looking at it. Maybe that's not a buoy in the background. Maybe that's a lighthouse. I can't tell. Maybe it is a buoy. What are we looking at? Oh no! No! I can't tell if this is the giant floating island from Little Nightmares 1, or if this is like the floating city or a different city. This has bad news written all over it. The buildings are literally falling apart. You see them like shifting and settling? Oh man. Well, we're away from Elmer Fudd, so I guess there's that. It's like awestruck. Alright, there's a big door there. Is this a kid? Is this a kid? That's exactly what happened in the Porta-John. There was like a figure, and I touched the figure, and like they're all staticky, and like I consumed them, or like it corrupted me or something. What does it mean? There's another TV over here, and it's connected to like power lines. But there's like clothes or furniture hanging up on top of it. Well, I guess our only real option is to go into this door. Anything else we can explore before we go in there? Doesn't look like it. Is this a person right here? Okay, it's just a rock. I thought it was like a person with their head turned away from the camera. Another TV. Sweet. Okay. We spawned from a TV, almost. Gosh, this whole place just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I guess that is level 1, you guys. Achievement unlocked. Foraged. Nature is a terrifying thing. Yes, yes it is. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, you guys, I'm gonna call that level 1. So we're gonna pause real quick, and we're gonna take a quick second to talk to you guys about Extra Life and show you a miracle story. Just a really good example of how the funds we raise here through Extra Life go to make sure the kids get the care they deserve. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Some Extra Life flyers.
Extra Life parties.
Yeah.
Some of those cost money, but some of them that are on.
The Teen Advisory Board is a board made up of both patients of the hospital and siblings of patients to the hospital.
Most of us have chronic, acute illnesses ranging from cancer to Crohn's disease.
We had all these amazing teens that were so motivated and wanted to do so much for the hospital. So that's when we decided to do a teen advisory board. It all kind of came together rather quickly.
The Starflower gift shop is also selling the t-shirts we designed.
We come together every month to raise money for the hospital.
He used to run track. He texts me from school, and no kid texts their parent to go to the doctor.
Christian was different. He was incredible. He is by far the biggest impact out of all of us on this board.
I'm like, what's going on? He's like, my leg is hurting, and it's swollen and hurts really bad. Joseph had taken him to the doctor, and Joseph's like, Dr. Glover said that we need to take Chris to Scott and White tomorrow. He has an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning. He has cancer. And I'm like, huh? What? You know, in my head, I'm like, what?
Last year, we set a goal for $18,000 for a Blanketrol and a vein viewer.
So Blanketrol is used to help cool down the NICU patients that come through, to keep them on a therapeutic colder state. It helps save brain cells, just save tissue too.
And we surpassed it by over $26,000.
The first thing they raised money for was something to take care of our youngest patients. And so they're clearly not thinking of themselves.
Do y'all know what Extra Life is? Have y'all heard about Extra Life or signed up yet?
We are using Extra Life as our biggest branch of the donations that we receive.
The fact that you could play video games in order to help raise money for kids, I thought that was very interesting.
And then are you part of Extra Life?
A very modern idea. People play video games all the time, so why not play video games for a cause? It felt very right and very smart.
Sign me up. All right.
One of the things that Christian had mentioned was that he felt like the Teen Advisory Board gave him purpose.
His diagnosis was osteosarcoma, which is bone cancer, and he was 14. He was walking with a cane like 3 months out of surgery. You know, they didn't think he was even going to graduate. He still graduated. He walked across the stage.
Christian Keyless.
He sat through his entire ceremony, which was amazing, but he was in extreme pain. Yeah. He wanted to do it, so.
One of the ways that he spent his time in the hospital was he wanted to make sure that the other children were taken care of. One Valentine's Day, he actually got a box of Valentines and, you know, made his own little cards and actually went door to door and started passing out Valentines to the other kids.
His birthday was August 17th, and then he passed away October 4th.
I remember after he passed away, how we just kind of all sat in a room for like 15 minutes and just kind of cried together.
Actually, how about if I just donate?
Okay.
That works too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't think there will be anyone who will forget him at McLean Children's because he made such a strong impact.
Christian wouldn't want us to just sit here and cry over him. He would want us to keep on going.
He would have wanted us to keep tirelessly pushing forward towards our goals.
This year, we want to go bigger.
This is our Extra Life page.
This year, we are setting our goal to over 37,000.
And you can donate money to our page or have your own page and have people donate money to you.
As part of his ceremony, he made sure that in lieu of flowers, that everything went to Extra Life and to the Teen Advisory Board.
He would be so excited to see all of this because he wanted to be remembered, he wanted to leave a legacy, and this is one of the ways that he's been able to do that.
Alright, y'all. We are back. Boy, we just, I think, completed, like, the first chapter of Little Nightmares 2. It's just as spooky as Little Nightmares 1. We've already been introduced to a baddie and already kind of got rid of him. And we left wherever the heck we were and are now wherever the heck we are. We've been finding, like, these glitchy apparition things. I don't know what they mean. I have questions. And my mind is assuming the worst. Like, right now, there was a body. Poe Man, welcome to the stream. We offed him, alright. Yeah. He had a shotgun and we had one, and we just happened to. Yeah. Yep. Welcome to the stream, Poe Man. How you doing, man? So. Yeah, so. The game doesn't have dialogue. The game doesn't have narration. It doesn't, like, spoon feed you a story. But when I see a visual like this, I gotta assume that clothes don't just lay in this position. I imagine someone put their head through a TV or had their head put through a TV and then kind of just went on the Atkins diet. I'm doing really well, Poe Man. This game just came out today and we're playing it, so this is our first playthrough. We're going in totally blind. Love the last Little Nightmares. This game is absolutely insane. So if you got the time, man, sit back, get comfortable, get yourself a snack, maybe yourself a drink, turn the lights off, and like put this on like a laptop or computer or TV screen if you can, because having it on a phone does not do it justice. Ooh, some stuff is going down here. Okay, so we're in this city, this island, and we have one way to go but forward, I guess. Jen just donated $10 for Extra Life. Jen, thank you so much for that donation. You're amazing. I gotta see if you're still on my shout-out list possibilities. Yeah, you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was super nice of you. Do I have a face I can put on for that? I'll put on my baby face because this is for the kids. So, baby Sean playing Little Nightmares because there are kids. I guess this is the way we gotta go. Oh, there are city streets. Aw. Alright. Ooh. I'm positive we probably want to go to the right here. But I'm going to see, like, how far back we can go. Oh, not very far. There is just an enormous crater in this city street. I'm waiting for one of these TVs to turn on just scare the absolute crap out of me. What has happened here? Where is everybody? I have questions. What are these boxes? Is this mail that was delivered and people just haven't picked up? Why are there so many shoes in the trash? There's clothes in the street? Were these clothes that were like hang up to dry? Or like these like, hey, people don't need these because they're dead? Why is everyone throwing their TVs out? Was there something wrong with the TVs? Why are they also all right side up? Like none of them are sideways. None of them are like screened down. I have questions. And I don't think I'm going to like the answers. Okay, this is like some type of like a restaurant. Did people get raptured out of their clothes? Because like if you're to like, let's say these were dirty, right? And you're going to hang them up to dry. This first one, this seems acceptable. Less so, these are like how people would sit. Even then, like, nope. Did something like suck these people right out of their clothes? Again, another TV in here. There's a pot full of meat, sink full of dishes. I don't like this. Why are there TVs on strings? Why? Or ropes? Oh, geez. Okay. I mean, I see a string I can pull, but what good does that do me? Let's say I weigh more than a TV. I'll jump and I'll be able to get this TV. Yeah, the TV definitely weighs more than I do. So if I kick it, it'll pull me up. Will that help my friend somehow, or am I just getting farther from my friend? I just broke my body. I know, friend, I'm coming. I need to come up with a name for you. No. Okay. Oh, this TV's attached to a string. Maybe if I push this, it'll... Oh, wow, he's ready for me. Hopefully this doesn't hurt you. Oh, God. Are you okay? Okay, you're fine. As long as it didn't, like, crush him. I would have felt terrible. Do I have to do another leap of faith? Okay, that one's actually much easier than the last one. Like, I feel like I could have made that without his hand, but I'll take it. We'll call him Friendo. Okay, so we can do like a balancing beam routine on the right there. On the left is where... Oof. He had to cross a... Okay. What is this? It's all glitchy. Is that like TV static? Am I like a TV monster? Is that why I spawn like with the TV on the beach? What is happening? Am I the bad guy? Is this like one of the situations where the bad guy loses his memory and becomes a good guy? Like, what is this? Another situation where it just like clothes that don't just like happen like that. I think this guy gave himself a special necktie, and the trick is what pulled these people out of their clothes, and how tight does your belt have to be to where it sucks on your shirt after you're not wearing it. Does my friend see this too? Why am I all sparkly and staticky? Do I have to turn it off? Do I have to just get past it? Alright. Can I like go behind it and unplug it? Can I flip the switch? I'm at the power cord. I can barely see it, but I'm there. Oh no, that's just a can. Do I have to like get up in front of it to flip the switch here? Did I just teleport? This was the image at the beginning of the game before we spawned into reality. What does it mean? We're like in slow motion. What does this hallway mean? What does this door mean? Were we the same, like, person for a moment? Or were we just really, really close before we got, like, separated? I have questions. Are you okay, buddy? He seems fine. Argos Media 101 just subscribed. Thank you very much for that sub, man. A while ago, Argos appeared straight out of D&D boss fight. What's up? Welcome to the stream, Argos. Thank you very much for that sub. Oh, that's a Prime sub. You get the Prime screen. Thank you very much, man. First off, let me give you a shout out. Second off, we are playing a little game. You haven't officially shown up yet because you haven't chatted. We're playing a game called Little Nightmares, which is Little Nightmares 2, which is a sequel to Little Nightmares 1, obviously. It's a like indie platformer, puzzle solver, horror game. Hello, that'll get you in here. Thank you very much, Argos. There it is. See, 2 button pushes and shout out is done. Not to type out shout out and your name. I'm being lazy. But so it's a horror platformer puzzle solver action game. Sharing a resub doesn't work as a chat message. I guess not. It doesn't show up in my stream deck until you actually like talk in the chat. It's all good. Even if you never talked in the chat, I can still give you a shout out by typing it out manually. I'm just being lazy. But so the game's super creepy, and I don't know how long you were watching before you dropped that sub, but boy, some creepy stuff. This little kid that's with us, like we rescued from an island that dude was being kidnapped from. Efficient, yes. Exactly, Argos, exactly. Okay, so it looks like we're back on the city streets. Not positive where we need to go yet. I know my general thumb is to go to the right. There's just hats, clothes, TVs. There's that gaping hole in the street still here. I don't know what happened here or what is happening, but I got questions. What are the odds that this dumpster is pushed in front of a... Oh, we have to pull it. What are the odds this dumpster's in front of a hole in this cage? Argos, I can't recommend it enough. There's no user interface. There's no narration, no dialogue. You sort of like piece a puzzle together in your mind, and I can only speak for Stranger Things. For Little Nightmares 1, but if you play the DLC, it's gonna break your heart. Like, it blew my mind and broke my heart. It was so good. Like, because the campaign takes you one path, and then the DLC takes you another path, and like you pass points where like, oh, I recognize this. This is where I did this, and then they converge, right? And I've never seen a DLC like that happen. So it's like 2 different characters and they converge, and how they converge is absolutely gut-wrenching. It is. I don't know who wrote this story, but they're sick. They're sick. Okay, so this school has like that really like foreboding eye on it that was just on that door. My break your heart game that I can't stop loving enough is Ori and the Blind Forest. I want to try Ori in the Blind Forest. There's like 2 or 3 of those. There's Ori in the Will of the Wisps and Ori in the Blind Forest. I want to try both of those. Well, there's the good old bed sheets out the window trick. So either A, someone escaped, or B, that's how we're getting in, or both. 2 games, yes. No, those games look just beautiful. They just look beautiful. There is a tire swing that's too high. That's that creepy eye. Silent Hill School is right. Oh, look at our little friend sitting. Can I sit with you? I don't know why he's sitting. Yeah, like that eye is drawn on this dumpster. Do you guys see this? There's like one of those little glitchy kids. What does it mean that I keep like sucking them up? Our friend is very curious. Is there something of value up in this dumpster? I have so many questions. What's funny is like that was like a background element. Like you're not even supposed to like explore that. Like you're supposed to just basically go left to right the whole game. What's in the top of that dumpster? I can't tell if that's like a hat or what. Well, I guess we're going up. Nowhere to go? Let's go to a creepy school. What are you doing on Thursday night? Oh good, the power's still on. Again, more shoes. That trash can's on fire. Or smoldering. So whatever happened here has happened like within like the last 24 to 48 hours. I mean, I feel like for a trash can to smoke that long, it would have been a rager. Okay, so that switch either A, turns off the lights, or B, why is the teacher's eyes gouged out on this painting? Either A, turns off the lights, or B, activates an alarm. I'm 1000% sure we're supposed to interact with it. I just don't know if interacting with it is a good thing or a bad thing. Jeez, that's a creepy painting right there too. Is this English on the side of the door here? I can't read the door up here. It's just like characters. They signed one too many homework assignments. Wow, the students were kept in bunks? This is like a boarding school? Me hitting that can would have been a bad thing. So one of those dolls is impaled on whatever the heck that is. There's some creepy teddy bears with forks shoved in their heads. There are saws. Why did kids have access to saws in this school? Is that a cob of corn right here? Of course there's a TV. Alright, well, I'm officially freaked out. We like grab a suitcase and pull it out? No. Can we climb the sides of these bunk beds like it's a ladder? Nope. I keep kicking things and making sound. There is a monkey with a fork in its head in the foreground. Do you guys see that? Like right down here. More clothes? Like, what happened to these kids? Whoa. There's light coming through her eyes. What if we throw something through it, like that ball? Like is that painting paper thin? Yes, my friend brought a little tin can. Let's disrespect our surroundings. Come on, friendo. That's amazing. Am I too little to get up? Can you get up? I can get up, I can get up. Wow, was this the detention room? They would tie kids up. There was a saw here, a mallet. That looks like a bag they put over their heads. Lord knows what the spoon was used for, gouging. Those are pliers, maybe pulling teeth or just small limb distortion. Like, they don't tell you, ooh, this floorboard's loose. They don't tell you what happens. But it doesn't take a lot to, like, put 2 and 2 together, you know what I'm saying? My friend is so smart. Good job, friendo. There's a corkscrew in the wall down here. Like, what took place here? Guess who's back? Trenchbull. Yes, Mrs. Trenchbull. Fun fact, Alt-Gen, that movie was directed by Danny DeVito. You believe that? Like, one of the biggest parts of our childhood. Danny DeVito was part of it. Coax, welcome back, friend. I'm hearing voices. Do you guys hear them too? I can't tell if it's my imagination or not. I love that movie and the books. Today I learned they're Matilda books. So what's been the premise so far? Give me a little recap. Okay. So Coax, I don't know how much you remember of Little Nightmares 1, but it's the same premise. There's no UI, no dialogue, no narration. The general idea is to go to the right. Book, singular, okay. Either way, today I learned. We got a really creepy premonition of a hallway, a doorway at the end of a hallway. And like right before we got the doorway, we like wake up and where this kid, whose name we don't know, on this island, it's like in a forest, and we're outside, like we're right by a TV. It's almost as if we're watching the TV. We find out like this whole island belongs to like a hunter, and he's like got traps and kids everywhere. No, this is not the girl from before. This is definitely a little boy. So like there's definitely a hunter on this island. Oh, round doll. Oh, okay. Today I learned. And in the basement of this hunter's house is this kid that I'm facing now here. Super nice, the one who just coughed. Very friendly. They're helping us out. We freed them with an axe. We escaped the hunter who's been trying to shoot the crap out of us. We find a shotgun and both of us use it together. He's got us like trapped in a barn and he's gonna kill us. Like, we just happen to pull the trigger first. We get on a boat and a door and sail away. Like, and now we're in this city where there's lots of like raptured clothes. Like people are in positions that they would be in if they were alive, and then just no longer consisted of flesh and blood. Murder? Maybe. And so now we're in a creepy school and crawling around. It's very strange. Tuesday, welcome to the stream, friendo. How you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. So it's just as creepy. It's just as fast-paced at times. It's got stealth elements. There's definitely some puzzle solving, some action adventure, horror. Oh, geez. Oh, a hatch. I'm sure that didn't alert anybody. No, like if you're done doing anything for the evening, I would definitely consider grabbing a bowl of popcorn, grabbing a snack, grabbing a drink, and sitting down and like putting this on like as big of a screen as you can. A phone doesn't do it justice. Computer's good, but TV if possible. Now all of China knows you are here. You guys hear that? I don't know if that's like a raking sound or if that's a swaying sound. That looked like a head and like a neck contracting, like Like Beetlejuice when he's a snake. Yes, spoopy time. Okay, so we can go right. There's a duck in a bucket. We can't open these doors because we're far too little. So there's someone here and they're alive. And they've got an extendable neck. There's spoons on the floor. I don't know why there's ducks in a bucket. There's a ball in the hallway. Yeah, like Beetlejuice when he turns himself into a snake, like he just extends his neck. That would have killed a kid. That's like some Home Alone smash Harry Marv's face kind of stuff. Who sets traps for a kid in a school? That's 3 times. Like if I jump on this thing, is it gonna pull me up? What? Who's that? Who's that? I just realized something. I've never spent a single channel point here. Maniacally laughs at the exercise options. It's showtime. I've actually worked out last stream and this stream, and that was on top of already working out on my own. So I've worked out 4 times in 2 days, Argos. Almost 4K. That's so many. Okay, so we definitely saw like another childlike silhouette. I see them. Do you guys see them? He's behind that locker. Do you guys see him over on the right? He's like right above my finger. Do you guys see him? So that was pots and pans. That bucket had a fork in it. Look at all this stuff hanging from the ceiling. Why is this kid There's more kids! I just slid, like sliding a home plate, and a locker almost just crushed me. And again, the prize at the end of this flight was a teddy bear. So these kids are part, my luck sucks. These kids are part of like this whole, missed it by that much. These kids are like part of this whole like trap other kids movement. I can jump in here, but I don't know if I can get out, so I'm not gonna do that. What's in this room first? Help me, friendo. Oh good, that was really loud. These kids are so creepy. Like, if the teacher is bad, that's one thing. I don't like that, like, these little monsters are after us, too. So this will definitely be an exit in the future, right? Like, we're gonna come out that way that kid just closed. So we do have to go that way we just thought about. My new spirit animal. PogChamp. Oh, it's the most adorable chicken. Little monsters, more like little nightmares. Oops. Okay, so note to self. There's a light fixture that wants to kill us if we get too close to this duck. This time, instead of coming forward at us, it'll be coming from behind. Thank you. I'll be here till Thursday. Try the veal. 10 points for Shrek. Okay. This floorboard right here. He's about to step on it. Do you see like how timid he is with his little foot? Do you see that? Look at the dents in that table of how many times this thing has come and crashed into that. I'm waiting for this to trigger. I'm gonna get killed by this because I'm trying to make it happen. Well, it wasn't the floorboard that stuck out the most. It was the one that sunk in the most. Ha ha ha! Second time's a charm. That's insane. There's one of those little rotten kids. I'm gonna wring his neck. I can say that because I'm also a little kid. See? I'm a baby Sean. Baby Sean, do, baby Sean, do. Okay, looking for some Home Alone traps. There might be one on the right, or that could just be like a cable, like a wire. God, that's unsettling. You thought I looked young before coax. I hear drawing. I was about to say the same thing. Jeez. What was that sound? No! No! Are they dolls? No, they're taking my friend. No, 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 no! This is some, like, cult stuff. Oh, gosh, if they turn one of my friends into my friend in one of those doll things, I'll be real pissed. It's like, I'm afraid, like... What's this guy doing? There's just, like, a hole underneath this rug, right? Come here, you little... Gosh, that felt good. Well, it got me. It got me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Note to self, don't let him know I'm sneaking up to kill him. They all have, like, the same, like, uniform and, like, bowl cut. Okay, so the trick is, what board triggers this bucket? I get hit by it no matter what. I don't know how to dodge this. I suppose in theory, not having the hammer might help. Ooh, I know what I could do. I could hit the board with the hammer from a distance. Or I could let him come towards me. And hit himself. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. I want you to hit me. Alright. It was big brain time. That was wonderful. If you can dodge a sledgehammer, you can dodge a pail. Alright, well, I guess I'm done using the sledgehammer now. Remind me not to put you in command of my zombie survival group, the Gorey details. Why? Because I fall for Home Alone traps? Okay, so there's a key that needs to open that door. It looks almost like an elevator door. Because you're too curious. I wonder what this would do. Blah! Dead. You're not wrong. Okay, so there's that creepy teacher, and I'm sure her creepy students are in there. You guys hear her, like, drawing on the chalkboard? Alright, well, before we go in there, let's explore in here. Thank you for putting different infection on the different parts of that. Inflection. Sorry, you're welcome. I try, man, I try. Why is this room accessible and so well illuminated if I can't do anything with it? I wonder if I need to hide behind those books in the future. Okay, so apparently they can spot me real easy. Run, Forrest, run! 1,000 zombies are on their way from the host by The Fallen Soul. Long time no see, friendo. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for that host, man. How are you, buddy? How is the Project Winter? How's Project Winter been treating you? Dude, some of these kids' heads are, like, smashed. Gorey! The new game. Oh, dude. So the game just came out today. It's awesome. It's just as creepy as the last one. Thank you very much for that shout out there, Coax. It's just as creepy as the last one. I'm already creeped out. Okay. There's the key. Why? How did they hear / see me? Whatever. I don't know how she heard / saw me, but it's fine because I respawned in this room where the key is. Project Winter is so good and addicting. I can't stop playing it. Do you Oh no! So how do I climb that without dying? Do I climb one of these filing cabinets and then make like a dive to it? Do I have to push this box over? I don't understand. How do I climb a bookshelf without it falling on me? Do I have to, like, start climbing it and then, like, jump off? And then hide in the box? Can't climb this thing. I can't pull these drawers out, right? I can't make, like, a stairway out of these drawers. Can I push these little binders? No. Ouch. I don't know if I finished asking their Fallen, but I was asking, like, if you have, like, the same group of friends you typically play with, or if there's, like, a matchmaking where you can just join with randos. How could I possibly... If I can't make a ladder out of this, and I can't, like, climb this and, like, jump... Yeah, I can't jump to anything else. Am I supposed to, like, start climbing it and then... like, just bail? Oh, her neck. Oh, her neck. Yep. Oh, she's right above me. I've been playing with randos, honestly, but through that, found a cool group on Discord to keep playing with. Awesome, man, awesome. Like, a couple of my buddies, we play Among Us from time to time, and it's pretty fun, like, because, you know, we all get together, and, like, we get together in, like, a party chat on Xbox. Yup. Argos, yup. When's it safe? Like when the kids are diligently studying? I'm assuming every time she whaps her thing, they're looking hard at their work and not at me. Oh god, she didn't see me. Thank goodness for that. Wow, she's like in this kid's grill. Alright, I'm out. I'm out. We have to find my friend. They kidnapped my friend. And they took him up on the second floor here. A freaking rope ladder. More shoes. And there's a picture stabbed into the bottom of this desk with a fork. Some well-behaved children. That poor kid's stuck with a dunce cap on its head just drawn on the floor. And he keeps drawing the all-seeing eye over and over and over again. I don't imagine I want to be friends with this kid. He does have a lead pipe, though. Alright, man, I'm over here. I've been really good, man. Been staying out of trouble, keeping busy, all that jazz. I should have whacked him instead of trying to get away. Alright, lesson learned. No, I've been doing really well. I'm excited for you guys to have your second bundle of joy again. Too early. Well, that's a tough battle to time. Alright, man, over here. Alright, well, he's better at heat seeking than I thought. I thought because I juked he would go to where I was. Okay, so stand on the edge of his chalk. Yoink. Haha! You're not a problem anymore. I hear like a scraping sound. You guys hear that? What is that? We can't go up. Oh. So we're above the teacher's room, by the way. In case you guys were curious, just general geography. Her neck sounds like the bowstring being drawn Skyrim. Just like leather. I mean, that's like a good sound for anything that stretches, you know? Okay, there's a glass jar in my path that if I walk past it, I'm gonna alert her. There's also a crossbeam here. Do I go for the jump to the crossbeam? Or do I break the glass and make a beeline for this box? What do you think, chat? Crossbeam or jar and box? Crossbeam's looking good, but I don't know if that's like there's actual collision on that. I'll die either way. Alright, well, crossbeam it is. There's more bed sheets, so I guess we're going up. God, she's so creepy. There's an ashtray up here, like kids would come here and smoke. Do you guys see that on the left? I think that's a little kid with a duck's head on. Is that a mask for me? And of course that little kid is drawing the all-seeing eye picture. Come on, push, 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 push. I'm not gonna wait for her creepy head to get up and see what that sound was. Not happening. Thanks, though. Oh, good. Is she exploring this room now? She sure is. She's exploring the library. I just want to know where my friend is. I don't like that you took my friend away. I liked my friend. Good thing this thing hasn't been oiled or greased in 100 years, so she can hear me using it. I don't know where she is. She's in this room, but I don't see her. She is just to the right of me. She's just to the right of me. Do you guys see her? I really want to know how people come up with this idea. People are sick, man. People are just sick. Alright, well, she ate me. We're gonna exercise our wrist real quick. Fist open, palm open, tabletop claw, half fist, fist. Fist open, palm open, tabletop claw, half fist, fist. Nom nom is right. No, oh no, no, no. So she knows I'm in here, which doesn't bode well for me. I see her. You guys see her, right? No, no, no. She was right there. It's like the raptors are in the kitchen scene in Jurassic Park. Dear Jeebus! Oh good, so she's just like chilling in the next room waiting for us. Alright, well, we can't open that door. There's lots of books around here, though. Can we kind of go the way she came from? The camera clearly doesn't want us to do that. I'm too little to grab the handle. Chance of fallen soul, my guess, is some sort of hallucinogens. I mean, some people are just sick and twisted like that, man. Like, they just think terrible things. They're forcing us to think terrible things by playing this game, like, not telling us what the story is. Oh, I see the scuff marks on the floor. We're supposed to push this box. Thank goodness game designers for giving us little hints. Because, like, you see, like, you know, just a shirt and pants hanging from a noose from the ceiling. And also lots of other outfits in positions that only humans could have been in. So you're like, clearly someone was hung. Hydrate. Cheers. Murdercat, thank you for that. Posture check 2. I'm on it. Good reminder for you guys to check your posture as well. Another flaming trash bin. And so when I first saw the first one, I was like, okay, so like clearly people have been here recently. I'm seeing shadows move around up there. Now that we have seen people here, we've confirmed that. There's stuff that's gonna fall on my head. We can go straight forward, but I see some like sparkly glowy up onto the left. Oh, those shadows were the trees outside. That's the sparkly glowy I saw. And sure enough, I suck it up and I don't know what that means. Why do I keep sucking up these glitched out shadows of children? That movie, was it 9? It reminds me of that. Yes, Jennifer Connelly voices they're all like, not ragdoll, but they're like Stitch puppets. They're definitely, they're things. They're like dolls, like cotton dolls or fabric dolls. Okay, there's a little kid inside this chess set. And I think he has a crown. Is Elijah Wood voice one of the characters in that game? That movie? Okay. So there's the king in the center. The queen needs to be on the left, and the rook needs to be on the right. Well, this is the queen right here. Oops. Please pick this up. How do I... How do I get to that part up there? There's a dart in the lampshade. I kind of used that one piece outside the door to get around here. No, but this is very like Tim Burton-esque. Jen, you're right. Oops. Well, if I could climb on this once, I can climb on it again. Is that boy dead? Oops. Okay, where did the rook need to go? I think the rook need to go on the right. And the king need to go on the bottom. Confirmed. Oh, that bookcase behind us has 1, wheels. 2, there's light coming from behind it. Am I missing something? Oh, this guy needs to be 2 spaces to the left. That's checkmate. Come on. Oh, maybe that one doesn't move. Maybe this one moves. Come on, move. Pull? No? Can I pull you? Nope. Well, this... I'm confused. The light turned on. Can I pick up this piece? The negative. Well, that light turned on. Oh, maybe I need to use this as a platform. Get up here, and can I grab this little light switch? The light switch is a switch! And there's a drawing of a dog pooping. I have no idea what I need this key for, but I know I need it for something. Oh, wow. I just noticed that little boy was tied to that chess piece. Okay. Poor little bugger. So the lady that eats us is in this next room. Wait a second. How could she have locked it? Come out here. Okay, so maybe she's not in this room. Oh boy. A door we can't open, which means we have to go down. Oh, jeez. There's dirty dishes and meat products. I don't know if we have to go in through that door on the left or exclusively climb to that vent on our right. Does the door on the left push open? There's a dead lady in the freezer. There's a kid. Is the kid frozen? It's another glitchy kid. What does this mean? I keep finding these glitchy kids. And can I do anything with the sausage? I pick up the sausage. I have questions, y'all. I have expected that to shatter. No, that's not how the freezers work, but, you know, movies and games. Alright, well, we're trapped in here now because that thing just closed behind us. There are lots of dirty dishes and, oh good, butcher's knives and hooks. And this creep is playing with a sausage. Well, if I can pick this spoon up without him detecting me, he's about to get got. Oh good, there's more. That was almost a perfect swing. Alright, I gotta wait a little bit longer. You can't wait too long because they get too close, and you can't wait too soon because they... Is that kid pissing in that pot in the background? Hold on, watch that kid in the background. He's leaning over the pot. I could have swore... Yeah, he's pissing in that pot. And there's a third one around here. Oh, he's just chilling up on top of those plates. Okay. I have to wait really long, apparently. What sucks is, like, let's say I magically get the second guy, getting the third guy down is gonna be just as hard. I kind of misjumped there. Oops. Yeah, I was trying to pick up the item, instead I jumped, which is like a dead giveaway. There we go, pick up is the right button, the right bumper, right trigger. Well, that's a girl. I mean, I guess it's... I don't know why I'm surprised by it, but I feel like I've only seen creepy little boys in this school. That was what I was talking about, though. Like, I can get 2, but getting 3, that's going to be rough. There is a 4th, yeah, so... The girl is around here somewhere. Yep, she's far on the right. Actually, it looks like there's 2 over there. There are way more over there. There's way more over there. And then there's that one up top on the top of the dish rack. A split second too late. This is tough. I didn't even swing that time. All right, well, hey, that was progress. That was progress. Can't be mad at progress. I'll let him come to me. Ready? Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Too late. Ugh. I'm getting better. Rip is right. Rest spaghetti, me. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know what this kid is doing over there on the right. I have to fight all of them? There's another one up on the dish rack back there. Are you kidding me? There's gotta be something I can do. I mean, there's a sideways oven in this place. Can I climb this rack? These are the worst, man. One's literally hog tied back there. You could have taken all of them. You do it, Coax. I appreciate the vote of confidence, man. I mean, they're like, he's picking stuff out of his head and feeding it to that one. Just 9,099 more tries. Jen, thank you very much for those biddies, by the way. Congratulations on concluding your workout. I got forced to do 2 today and yesterday. God, is that guy gonna bring that lamp down? I don't want to walk underneath it. Well, my head's broken, so paper bag time. Kids are the worst, man. Glad I never was one. Oh god, oh god! I just broke a jar. You had on a head. That was creepy. Yes. No, that was the only way I could like get through there without them just ripping me apart. That was a failed jump. Cause like I was like creeping and like not like normal running. That was a strange game dynamic there. So what do we see here in these jars? I definitely saw a foot. I definitely saw a brain. There might be eyeballs in these jars. There's, yep, some creepy stuff. There we go. There we go. Do I need to go for that brain jar? Eyeballs in the jar. These are creepy stuff. Looks at his chat branding. I don't know if I need to go to the left or if I need to go to the right. I think I need to go to the left. The right seems just too far. I also have to watch out for these cables that this this whole light is like tethered on. We got this. We got this. We don't got it. Who would put an eyeball in a jar? That's some next level gross stuff. Do you guys still hear the kids like chanting in the background? I can still hear them. I don't know why my character did that. Next, they're going to spell names using intestines and brains. That would be really gross. Okay, we got it. We got it. It's a freaking brain in a jar. At least it was. Okay, so what am I activating with this? I don't understand. Yep. Sure. Surprise me. Oh. We just supposed to get that brain in the jar and then use that to push that button? The brain in the jar. Oh my gosh, we're gonna use my logo to hit the button, you guys. That's hilarious. Yes, yes. No, no. Oh good, she heard the door close. And now she's on high alert. Good. Totally stealing your Brendan. Copyright infringement. So she's putting frogs in a jar. Look at her turn her head all the way around like an owl. So is she gonna grab something and come back, or is she just hear some suspicious stuff and decide to leave? Oh, I don't like this. Is that door gonna close again? Yeah. There's some creepy stuff going on. Thank you.
No.
Creepy, creepy things. I know. We're gonna make that thing on the back of the door pop off. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, baby. All of these jars are like... You're good. You're good.
I wasn't towards you.
Are like precariously placed and gonna fall off. Oh good, there's a foot in this jar. Okay, so how do I... I'm too little to get to this window. I have to go... Duh. I need to go... I thought if I just sprinted I could get away. No, she's way faster than I am. Oh gosh. Well, she was stuck and she still got me. So she's taking organs and filling up her little dummy there. Well, on that note, I'm heading off to bed. Good night. Red or cat, good night. Nothing like hearing me scream like a girl. Encourage people to stick around. Reporting for cheating. Okay, so she's writing now. I don't know what she's doing now. Goodness that she didn't stick her head through that hole and eat me this time. So there's a door there that I can't open. Is this be like one of those bookshelves that tips over on me? No. Okay. Where is my friend? I just want my friend. We can't go up, so I guess we're gonna go down. Can we go left? I don't think so. Nope, okay. I know the drill. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Right in the face. Yep, kinda got that one. Blunt force trauma there. These kids all keep drawing this like all-seeing eye. It's so creepy. Oh jeez. Lockers. Which one of these are gonna fall and try killing me? Now I look like a villain. I look like a villain dragging this hammer around like a pyramid head. I should have had him. Pow! Right in the kisser. I look like the bad guy right here. Oh, at least they respawn me with my hammer. Hammer spree. Dream Crusher. Kilimanjaro. You have like a second. It's like a quick time event. You can't be too soon, you can't be too late. Too late. So even though I get her, the trick is getting him too. Like, this is hard. What if I just sprint at him and I'm like, come on! This game honestly looks awesome. Definitely gonna get it. Dude, and if you haven't played the first one, pick it up and the DLC. If this game comes out at DLC, I'm definitely buying it. Like, I don't care what it costs. Come on. Eat it! Oh, he stopped and did this, so he was just outside of my reach. I'm hunting for her. Oh, dang, I'm on a murder spree right now. I'm waiting for another one to pop out of this locker. Whoa! Wasn't expecting the doorway bucket. Okay, they respawn me here, everything's fine. I'm gonna do a quick look back to see if there's anything I missed. Doesn't really look like it. There's not like entirely open doors I haven't found. Is that my friend? It's my friend. Okay. I'm gonna go get my hammer, and I'll be right back. Because I think my friend would enjoy it if I introduced his friends to my friend MC Hammer. Because he was doing that booty wiggle, he was just outside my reach. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Please tell me your neck's not broken. Please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. I came back for you, friend. I hope they didn't do anything to her. Or him. I don't know their gender. Can I just like hold your hand? Thank you. Let's not look at the urinals. Okay. Oh, cute music is playing. My hammer's busted. Looks like the next obvious spot to get out is this window. Oh no. Is this gonna break? Please don't break. Well, we're locked in here now. I would argue that we're out of the school. We're out of the school. We got our friend. I'm gonna say we're gonna call this a night, you guys. Is there an option to save? If I exit to the main menu, I'm sure it'll do something if I save. So we're gonna go to the outro here. We'll find someone to raid together, and then we will conclude this broadcast. Don't go anywhere, you guys. We'll be right back.